I'm about to blow your mind with this video. Did you know that when you shave a tiger, it still has stripes? I didn't know that. This is what a donor heart looks like. It looks so cool. Basically, they've cleaned it out, all the old cells are gone, and it's ready to be transplanted to a new owner? Is that the right word? This is what reporters look like from the back. For a minute, I was like, man, these robots are looking way more realistic nowadays. Nah. They have to be mic'd up so you can hear them loud and clear. This is the inside of a 787 airplane before they put the seats in. Look how awesome it looks. Who knew there'd be so much space on a plane for activities? What would you do if there was this much space on a plane? This is what your skull looks like when you're younger and you still have your baby teeth. Like, why? What's the tooth doing over there? What's this tooth doing over here? Like, are they lost? How did they get there? This is not some weird device, I swear. We're not producing zombies over here. This is actually a cast that they used to make Ronald McDonald statues. Creepy, I know. Hamburgers, hamburgers. It looks terrifying, but really Ronald McDonald comes out of that thing. This is how they unload all the potatoes into potato chip companies. That's ironic because this is how I unload potato chips into my mouth. It's a fact. On the left, you can see what a beard looks like after it's been cut with a razor, and on the right, you can see what it looks like after it's been cut with an electrical razor. Wow. Electrical razors, they create damage. That hair looks unhappy. Like, I don't want to be that hair on the right. He's seen some things. And that's why I only cut my beard with a regular razor. Look at this smoothness. This is what the inside of a cactus looks like. Not so prickly now, are you? He looks like a star. This is what a bean weevil looks like under a microscope. Honestly, I aspire to look as chill as him. Guys, this is a baby flamingo. You might be wondering, why isn't he pink? And that's because flamingos only turn pink because of the food that they eat in the wild. So if you were to like keep one at home and give it different types of food, it would never turn pink. This is kind of cool.
Or if I eat Cheerios, I would turn orange, right?
This is a globe that was made for people who are blind. This is so cool. I honestly, like, that's one thing that always fascinates me. I'm like, I've like tried to like put my finger over Braille before, and it just, I don't like pick up on all the tiny little dots. I just honestly don't understand how it's done. I've tried and I'm like, I cannot read this, like, respect. Did you know that there's 1,500 different species of starfish? I always thought there was only one species and that was Patrick the Star, but here we are. And some of them can even be born square. Some of them aren't even stars, they're just square fish. He looks kind of like a Pop-Tart. But don't eat him, because that's just rude. But also, he looks like a Pop-Tart. Like, once you see it, you can't unsee it. This is what a salt mine looks like from the inside. Before we had machines, it was really difficult and dangerous to get salt. And if you had salt on your table, it meant you were pretty wealthy. Nowadays, people are flexing with Lambos. Back in the day, people used to flex with salt. You know, how much salt you got? I'm not even joking. People used to get paid in salt. In salt. We take salt for granted. Like, I load up in salt. Did you know that's actually where the word salary comes from? Because people used to get paid in salt. Salary, salt. Mind blown. The more you know. You think you have thick hair? Think again. This is an elephant tail. Up close. It kind of looks like a tree. You know what I mean? Like those prickly trees. You know what I'm talking about, right? Pine trees? Wow, I sound so dumb right now. Anyways, elephants actually use their tails to communicate and to swat away bugs. Like, whew, whew, whew. I need one of these for mosquitoes. Mosquitoes love me. I've talked to you guys about this before. It's a problem in my life. People can be born as an albino, which means you lack pigmentation, but did you know that animals can also be born as albinos? This is an albino raccoon. He looks cute, but I bet he's just as dangerous as the rest of the raccoons. They're the biggest tricksters alive, trust me. Raccoons, they be fooling you to thinking you're cute and then they be robbing you of your trash. But that's not such a bad thing. You know how on Earth we have the northern lights and they're all pretty? Did you know other planets have their own auroras too? Look, Saturn and Jupiter have their own auroras. And before you start making jokes, no, I haven't seen Uranus. Did you know that those big Easter Island heads actually have bodies? My mind is blown. Look, It has a body. I've only ever seen the heads. So you mean if like we keep digging, we'll find the rest of the bodies or what? Tortoises have the weirdest skeletons I have ever seen. They're like mostly hollow. This is what the inside of the Leaning Tower of Pisa looks like. It's just empty. There's nothing there. Who would have thought? I always thought there was like some cool things happening in there. Isn't this kind of like a waste of space? Couldn't we be doing something with this space? I don't know, like making chocolate? Just saying. I got an answer to everything. This one I find hard to believe, but apparently an A9 Volt is just 6 AAA batteries taped together. Like, couldn't I have just made that myself? This is what the inside of deadmau5's helmet looks like. It looks complicated. There's a lot going on. That thing must have been hella expensive to make. And I also really hope he has a fan in there because it looks like it can get hot. Ever wonder what the inside of a credit card looks like? I know, I'm disappointed too. I thought there would be money inside. Like what? How I pay for things. What is this majestic masterpiece? It is a banana. Look at it. In all of its gooey glory. This is actually quite incredible. I don't think I've ever respected a banana so much before. I went through a phase when I was obsessed with bananas, and now I'm going through a phase where, you know when you have too much of something and then you're kind of over it? Yeah, that happened. If you see this footprint in real life, run. But this one's safe though because it's just a fossilized footprint of a dinosaur. Fossilized, so like long time ago, you're good. This is what the inside of golf balls looks like. Crazy, because I could have sworn that I was looking at a makeup palette. Ever wondered what a blue whale's blowhole looks like? Here you go. It looks oddly like a human nose, you know, from like this angle. Right? I mean, aren't we the same? Now all I need to do is blow water out of this and we're literally the same, me and that whale. This is a human embryo on the tip of a needle. Oh, that was all of us one day. So little. This is a meteorite cut in half. It's so pretty. Look at the way the sun shines through it. I mean, I'm no expert, but if somebody can cut this thing in half, they deserve to get superpowers, right? Like, look at that. It just looks like it would give you so many powers. They're just not doing it right. This is a picture of a wood ant holding a microchip. This is amazing. Probably the best thing I've seen all day. And this is probably why my computer breaks down. Hey, put that thing down. I'm on to you, ants. Stop messing with my computer. This is what the top of Mount Everest looks like. Whoa. Is that all flags? Okay, I don't really know the story behind these flags, but that's a lot of flags. Is it people bringing the flags up from completing trips up Mount Everest? I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. Ever wondered what a Furby looks like without its fur on? I'm sorry. This is terrifying. What is it? It's so scary. No, I have shivers now. This is what the inside of a telephone wire looks like. What? That's a lot of wires. That is so many. That is so many. I really wanted to tell you that this was DNA, but it's really just macaroni and cheese cut in half. Look how majestic it looks. It looks complicated, but really it's just some macaroni and cheese baked together and cut in half. This is what the inside of a bungee cord looks like. And honestly, this makes me feel a lot better about going bungee jumping because all of these little strings have to snap for the thing to snap, but like also it's just a scary thought still. This is the glass frog and it's completely transparent. You can see all of its organs through its skin. This is actually really fascinating. You can find these frogs in Colombia, Ecuador, and Costa Rica. Beautiful. I've been to Costa Rica, but I did not see one of these frogs. If I did, you would be hearing about it. You know in movies when actors are like talking and driving at the same time and you're like, isn't that dangerous? Well, that's because they're not actually driving. There's somebody on top of the roof of the car like this doing the driving while they're inside just acting. I love it. I didn't know this was a thing. It's not always a thing for every movie. Sometimes they use green screens and this and that, but sometimes they use a driver on the roof of the car. Cool. Now, I don't mean to gross you guys out, but these are the microbes left behind on a boy's hand after he played outside. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I love you all so much. Stay awesome, stay sweet, and don't forget to be nice to each other. Bye-bye.